What's up, CEOs? It's Shamel, and today is our free weekly training for licensed auto dealers or those who want to be licensed. So if you're watching this right now, then just type hey, because I think I've settled on this time being for the videos. I don't think I'm going to change the time, but so just type hey if you're watching this right now while I wait for some people to come in. This time seems to work for these types of videos. So let me introduce myself. I know there are lots of new people in the org. So yes, I'm Shamel Leonard, and I am the founder of the Auto Dealer Business School. I also have the Dream Dealership Facebook group online, all for the sole purpose of helping auto dealers to maximize and actuate your dealer's license, right? So that you can sell lots of quality cars, make lots of money, and have happy customers. So yes, we do provide classes, and lots of classes together make a program. So go check those out if you want to grow your business. I also have been able to be a speaker at the NADA conference. Shout out to NADA, which is the National Auto Dealer Association. They actually have their conference this year right now. I'm not able to attend this year, but I will be there next year. So come with me next year. Stay tuned and get on the mailing list because definitely a lot of great resources at these conferences. Let's see what else. Auto Dealer Business School is A+ Better Business Bureau rated, and we have helped lots of auto dealers either to grow their business or to decide, you know what, this is not really for me. So I think that that's a good thing too, is to understand that, hey, I gave it my all, I got education, and then finally realized, okay, this isn't the thing for me. And that's cool. What's up, Andre? How you doing? So today I want to talk about something that is really important, which is how to buy your first 5 cars. I get lots of people who schedule a strategy session are stuck at not even buying a car. Like they've been licensed for months, even sometimes years, and they've been paying every month their overhead and have not even bought their first car, right? So let's not do that. Let's get what we need to go ahead and buy your first 5 cars, because you are in business and you need to start producing, the revenue your business needs. So how to buy your first 5 cars. Oh, let me know who you are, who's in. I see lots of people on. What's up, Judah? I saw Andre. Thanks, Andre, for the good morning shout out. Always nice to see you. Let's see. What else did I want to say? Oh, before I get started, I did want to say that I know I say a lot of times in these videos that, hey, I don't have a lot of time to go through all the details. Well, I got a solution for that, which is I have an online workshop. It's free for those who sign up. And it is about how to buy and sell your first 5 cars. Okay, so what I talk about today, because I'm going to drop some stuff today, I'm going to go more in detail then. So I will drop the link so that you can register and be in that room and build up your business. All right, y'all. I see y'all showing up. What's up, Ramon? Hey, Judah. Hey, Adrian. Good morning. Hey, Yessie. So let's get into it. Buying your first 5 cars starts in the licensing process, okay? And when I say it starts in the licensing process, lots of people get stuck at even getting their dealer tag and their ETR, register for their ETR, which is the electronic title registration. All right, you registered for the workshop? What's up? Yes, that's great. Hello, everyone. I'm Chris. I'm Ian from Detroit. What's up, Detroit? I used to spend my summers in Detroit when I was a kid. I learned how to ride my bike on the streets of Detroit, okay, when I was a kid. So anyway, let me get back to it. So it starts in the licensing process, right? You got to get your dealer tag. You got to register for the electronic title registration software, right? And you got to have enough capital to buy the inventory, right? And that's all part of the licensing process to know, to have all that stuff together. And if you need help with that, that's why we have drama-free licensing. It'll go through how to get everything done after your license so that you are ready to buy your first car. I know, nice. It's booming and growing. That's good to hear. Detroit's always been a great city, so that's really good to hear. So I have to visit one day, visit again. But okay, so it starts in the licensing process. You got that. You need some help. Drama-free licensing is there to help you. Okay, so after you have gotten through that step in the licensing process, then you're ready to buy. So let me tell you why that step is important in the licensing process, because if you don't have the dealer tags, then you cannot register for dealer-only auctions, period. So if you got to get the dealer tags to even be eligible to go. All right, so get the dealer tags and finish registering your business with everything that you need so that you can go to these auctions, you can buy your first car, okay? All right, and then of course you need the money because you gotta buy the cars, right? So then the second thing you need, right, Judah. So the second part of buying your first 5 cars, after you completed those steps in the licensing process, is where are you buying the cars, right? So most popular is auctions, whether wholesale auctions, which are also called dealer-only auctions, or any other auction, right? And the other most popular way is to buy from people, all right? So you determine where you buying, where you getting your inventory, right? Now you need to determine your parameters, like what is a good car for your business model? So when I say parameters, I mean, what's your market? Right? So market is what is your buyer, like your buyer's profile. So the different markets I will break down in the workshop, okay? Because you need to know which market you're buying in so that you can sell to your market. Now, I know lots of people are cash car, buy here, pay here. Cash cars, 5,000 or less. That is a market, okay? So, and then there is the market that is 10K and over, 10K to like 50K, right? And then the other market starts around 50K and up, all right? So we'll break that down more in the workshop. So you have to figure out your market, and then you have to figure out like what makes a good car for your business. Because, okay, let me say this. You're building a business, you're building an image. Everything you put out there is a reflection of you and your business, okay? So I know there are people out here that are like, just buy the car and don't care, buy the car and make the money. In my opinion, that's the fastest way to stunt the growth of your business because, yeah, you may make some quick money in the beginning, but you're going to struggle to continue to make money unless you like change the name of your business, change, like you gotta like cover up the fact that, you still out here doing bad business, right? So you have to be intentional about what's good for your business. Like what kind of cars are good for your business? A great way to start with that is what kind of customers do you want to have, right? That's a great way to start answering that question. And we will talk more about that in the workshop. It's something exhilarating about getting those dealer tags, right, Cece? Yes, it's very exhilarating, right? It's like, I am official. Yes, Judah, good stuff. Thanks. So yeah, you have to make sure you set parameters for what kind of cars you want to buy. Okay. So after you do that, and maybe you don't even know what kind of parameters. All right. We will talk more about that in the workshop, but say you skip this process for the first 5 cars and you just getting out there, just trying to understand what could be your model or what are your parameters, right? So then after we go to parameters, then we're going to talk about the inspection process. And if you have any questions about the licensing process and the parameters, let me know. Okay. So then after you, have your parameters, then you have to decide like, what's your inspection process? Like, how am I going to guarantee that this is a good investment for my business? Because these are investments. All right. You are not buying a car for, you know, your family. Well, I mean, that's an investment too, right? Anytime you buy anything, it's an investment. I was trying to figure out like how to put that, but yeah, it's an investment. And even more so in your business, because its sole purpose is to bring you a return on your investment, right? So how are you going to determine that this is a good investment for your business? Like, what makes it a good investment? How do you make sure, you know, that it's going to be a good car for your customers? The inspection process. This is where you win or lose. Yes, so many people skip this step and I do not get it. I'm like, how you out here? Like, you inspect sneakers more and they brand new buying them than a car you're buying for your business. Like, I don't get that, right? Like, you have to have some kind of standards for what you're buying, and that's your inspection process. Okay. So, yes, your inspection process. Then after you have your inspection process, you search for some cars. You're going to need a lot of cars that are interesting that you're going to check out if you want to buy 5. You're going to need like 20, 30 cars that you are checking out, especially if it's the wholesale auction, right? Because the odds are some cars are going to fall off from the inspection process. Some cars are going to fall off because you don't win the bid, you know, so you got to have lots of options. All right. So after you search, you know, find some cars that you're interested in. Now you need to, after your inspection process, during your inspection process, what you are also trying to determine, in addition to the quality of the product that you are about to buy to resell, right? You are also trying to understand what to pay and still make a profit with this car. Now, the numbers that go into that and what you should be understanding in your inspection process is, what are the repairs? And of course, repairs equals parts and labor. Okay. So what are the repairs? What are your costs of goods sold? This is a fixed number. You're going to pay a certain amount to get every car ready up to your dealership standard to do certain things to the car, right? So these are fixed costs, like your detailing costs, just as an example. All right. So that's one number. Then you want to understand, or that's the second number, repairs, cost plus labor, parts plus labor, and then cost of goods sold, which is fixed cost. The third number is, what's your retail price? It is so astonishing to me that people buy cars and they don't know what they're going to sell it for. Like, how do you know how much profit you're going to have if you don't know what you're going to sell it for? You got to know that up front. Okay. So you know your retail price. So then the equation that you're about to do to make sure that this is a good car, it has good profit for you and your business, is you're going to do retail price minus repairs minus cost of goods sold equals your maximum purchase price. Okay. So now you kind of have an idea of what you should pay for this car. All right. So then now, and we can talk about what you should pay and like how that changes, because it can change. And my advice to people all the time in the program is, don't lose a car that you spent time inspecting and calculating over $100. Like, don't lose a bid over like a small amount of, you know, over your maximum purchase price. Okay. Now, of course, there are limits. So, you know, you have to understand what those are for your business. CC, you can lose your head with the wrong purchase. CC, you are so right. You can lose your business with the wrong purchases. Like, this is where most people quit. They be like, you know what? Like, my bad. This business is not for me. I done bought 3 cars with transmission issues. Okay. Like, drop a comment if that's been you. I done bought 5 cars with head gasket issues, you know? Like, this is where people be like, my bad. I thought I was going to be doing something selling these cars, but not really. Okay. So yeah. That's your inspection process. After you figure all that out, okay, that is your parameters, what kind of car you're buying, your inspection process, and how much it's going to take you to turn this car over and make a profit, right? You buy the car, right? You buy the car and then you have to transport the vehicle away from wherever it is immediately, okay? This is something else that is astonishing to me, is how many people leave their cars after they pay for them wherever, at the auction or wherever. This is not protecting your investment. This is actually dangerous for your investment because people take stuff off the cars. You know, like the longer it sits, now it is costing you money, and it is also not in your control. And that's not good for you as a business owner. Two biggest lessons learned: putting scammers, I think you mean scanners, on your auction. Oh, scammers on your auction access and buying horrible cars. Okay, got you. So you had some scammers on your auction access? I'm sorry, because that is not a good thing. And buying horrible cars. Yes. So look, I am sending good vibes to you, because yes, that's a hard lesson to learn. Those both. Okay. So, any questions about the process to buy your first 5 cars? Okay. While I'm waiting for questions, I got 2 more things that I want to add. When you are buying, okay, when you go through your inspection process, I have identified the cars that you want to, check out, right? You go through your inspection process. It's in your inspection process that you understand your exit strategy for every vehicle you are planning to purchase. And what I mean by exit strategy is, how you're going to sell it, right? So I know lots of people, they get a car and then they're like, oh, I'll just sell it back to the auction, or I'll just this and you need to make those decisions when you're inspecting the car. Okay. So what I teach people is to have different scenarios. So retail, this is what I'm making. Wholesale, if I have to wholesale this is what I'm making, right? So you have to understand what your exit strategies are before you buy the vehicle, so you can understand what you really getting into, right? Buy right and don't get into a bidding war, right? Don't get into a bidding war. It can get ugly real quick, but good news for us, we have Auto Dealer Business School to teach and train us. You so smart. Thank you for that. That is so awesome. Yes, Judah is in the program. Judah, about to blow up in 2.5 seconds. All right, so I wanted to make sure I talk about the exit strategy, and knowing and identifying your exit strategy, like up front, okay, before you buy, and your exit strategies, right? We all have the same exit strategies, right? And we talk about exit strategies in the program, but you have to understand how to work them and work them for your advantage. Then the other thing I wanted to mention is a DMS helps. Now, what DMS is a dealer management system. Now, depending on your dealer management system, you can get and search lots of vehicles at the auctions, and you can get information to help you qualify what vehicles you want to purchase. Okay, so I recommend a DMS system that I am absolutely in love with right now. So I will drop the link in the description for my DMS of choice. Judah says DMS is a must. DMS is a must. I recommend you get your DMS before you sell your very first car, because it not only can help you with purchasing, it also helps you with selling and getting everything together for that. Okay, so DMS helps a lot. When is the last time you purchased a car that you regret buying? I had to read that, Adrian. The last time I purchased a car I regretted buying, I want to say was an Acura MDX. And at the time, I didn't know that they had problems with the transmission temperature sensor. Okay, so I purchased it from an auction and took the car right away. And because the transmission sensor was out of whack, the odometer was also not reading correctly, right? So not only did I have a car that had a transmission issue that I was not aware had an issue, because at the time I don't think it threw a transmission code, it also had true miles unknown, right? And okay, on top of that, you know, you have 7 days to take a car back to the auction if certain things weren't announced. And true mileage is one of them. So if there's odometer anything under the National Arbitration Association of Autos or something like that, it's NAAAA, right? Under their rules that govern the auctions, you can take that car back in 7 days, right? So I discovered this on like maybe the 5th day. I took it back on what I thought was the 6th day. And this dude of another persuasion was like, oh, well, today is actually the 7th day. And you stuck with the car, right? So I had a car with transmission issue and true miles unknown. And this was probably 5 years ago now, 4 years ago now. 5 years ago, something like that, around that time. And I was like, okay, like that was an experience. So yeah, that was the last time I purchased a car that I really regretted. Did you know how to inspect cars at the time? Actually, I did. I did know how to inspect cars at the time. Great question. I want to add that in what I am starting to emphasize also more in the program is when you're inspecting cars, you also have to understand what are the common issues that people are experiencing with certain cars, right? So cars are an engineered product, right? They have bugs in them, just like any software we have, right? And so usually when something goes wrong that is a common issue over a lot of cars, then they'll issue a recall, right? But if it's not that common, then you can search for just what experiences people are having with owning this car. And that transmission sensor actually showed up as a common issue. Now, I had not been a purchaser of Acuras before. I want to say I maybe purchased one before then, or maybe two. So like not a lot, like how I purchased, I purchased a lot of BMW 3 Series, and, like I purchased lots and lots and lots of other cars, right? But hadn't had that much experience with the Acura, and saw this car. It was pretty. And I was like, I'm about to make some money, right? And did not do the due diligence at that time about what the common issues were. So great question, Adrian. And hopefully that helped. Did that help you out? So yeah, you have to do that part of the due diligence. That is also part of the inspection process, is like understanding what the common issues are with the car that you are about to buy. And of course, as you continue to buy the cars, you understand what the common issues are. Like I understand what the common issues are with most of the cars that I purchase, because I purchase a lot of them over and over and over again, right? And you understand what the production flaws are in those vehicles, okay? So, yes, I'm glad you asked. And was this helpful? If for anybody who is stuck at not purchasing their first car, I want to really hear from you if this is helpful. If it's not helpful, please tell me in the comments what you wish you would have learned, or what you feel like you need to learn. Like this is like a learning opportunity. So ask the questions so, I can address them in the workshop and then make it better for you so you can get to where you need to go, right? So giving me a thumbs down doesn't really help either one of us. So save that energy and put it towards typing in the comments what you wish you would have learned in the video, right? Right. That makes sense. Okay. So, yeah, that's all I got. I'm going to put in the comments, or in the link in the description, wherever it goes. I'm going to put the link for the online workshop, how to buy and sell your first 5 cars. Now in this workshop, I didn't write it down, but we're of course going to talk about the buying and sales process. We're going to talk about the 6-figure strategy for 6 figures in 12 months. What's up, Carla? What's up? And we're going to talk also about how to like supersize that to $1 million plan, right? What else are we talking about in that? I know that there's going to be, I'm going to go over some tech. I know I'm going to go over a lot of things. So definitely sign up if you are stuck at buying and selling your first 5 cars. All right. Or if you have bought and sold your first 5 cars, but you don't feel good about it. Like you don't feel like you did it right. You don't feel like you really got like, you know, a rhythm or you got in the swing of it. There's no fee for this workshop. It is totally free because my people need to know how to get in this game and make this money because you're paying for your license every month. Okay, so I'm going to give you this free game. It's in the workshop form so it can be longer and so I can elaborate on the different steps so that you can get more out of it. All right, so yes, 6 figures in 12 months, then $1 million plan, then into infinity and beyond. Yes, my goal is to have produced multi-million dollar dealers out here, okay, that started from the bottom, then get there. Okay, like that's my like purpose, right? I am here to help produce millionaires. But how do you get to $1 million? You got to make your first 100, then you got to make your first 1,000, then you got to make your first 10,000, right? And then 100,000, right? So it's baby steps there, but that's okay because we're going to do it. We're going to enjoy the process. We're going to learn everything we need to learn. We're going to put the building blocks in place, just like I've had to do, and get you there. Okay. I'm actually getting myself there to the $1 million mark. So I'm going to pass on what works so that you can make it too. Let's do this. Let's be a force, you know, auto dealer, you know, I don't know, gang out in this piece, right? I'm going to talk about max budget for reconditioning to break it down more in the workshop. I'm glad you asked, Dre. Because I've had to change my budget. The only reason I'm saying it, I'm not saying it now, is because things are a lot more expensive. I've had to up my budget and I do want to give more background about that. And I'm at 30 minutes. I don't want this to be that long. I love free game too, Carla, right? And Sabrina, you are helpful by lifting up auto dealers with your great vibes and knowledge. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to be here and be doing this. So let's take all of this information and apply it because with, you know, like without the works, like without doing the work is nothing, right? It's just talk. It's dreams, and dreams are great, but reality is better if it's, of course, the reality you dreamed of, right? So let's make your dreams reality and let's put this stuff in motion and execute this $1 million auto dealer plan, okay? So, yes, check the description for the links and I will see you next week. Bye.